Phone call from Sky Jackson. We was just talking. So I want to tell y'all my phone call with this girl. So she just called me like I'm gonna say like a half an hour ago because we just got off the phone with each other. So not actually a half an hour ago because we was talking for a while. But yeah, she called me up and she was like, "Hello." I'm like, "Hello." So she was like, "Yeah, are you busy?" I'm like, "No, we don't work on weekends." She's like, "Oh, same here. Like we kind of like relax on weekends." I'm like, "Oh, okay." So she's like, "Oh, you're saying okay like me." So she was like, "So is everything good between us?" I'm like, "Yeah, everything cool." So she like, "So David, I wanted to talk to you about something." I'm like, "What?" She was like, "I told somebody." I'm like, "You said you weren't gonna say nothing." She's like, "David, I told my best friend." I'm like, "Well, who did you tell?" She's like, "Storm Reed." I'm like, "Why'd you tell her?" She's like, "Because she kept asking me." I'm like, "Well, what did she kept asking you?" She kept asking me what happened when he came to the hotel. Like, she just kept asking me, and she was like, "Why would he come that late? Why would he come that late? Like, what y'all do? What y'all do?" And she just kept asking me, until I just was like, "We had sex," and she was like, "What? You lost your virginity to him? You don't even know him." So she was like, she did kind of go off on me. I ain't gonna lie, she did. And she was like, "What if that's all he wanted was to have sex with you?" So she was like, "Girl, you don't understand it. You know you are like a little sex object to males. Like they look at you and all they think about is, hey, I wonder what it feels like to have sex with Scott Jackson. So what if that's all he wanted from you was just to have sex with you?" So she was like, "Well, guess what? In the movie that we're doing together, it was sex scenes in there. It was going to be fake sex scenes, but now it can be real sex scenes now because we already did it." So Storm was like, "What I don't get is why would you agree to it?" So she was like, so Scott was like, "First of all, he didn't pressure me into doing something that I didn't want to do." And I told him that I wasn't ready, and he was okay with that. It was just something that Selena said to me. Well, not to me, but to him, that kind of triggered me off to want to do it. So she was like, "What Selena? Selena Gomez?" So Sky was like, "Yeah, I think that's his girlfriend." So Storm like, wait a minute, girl. You spilling, she was like, "You is spilling too much tea." "Wait a minute, girl. Hold on. Hold the fucking press. Wait a minute. Tell me again. You just said that he's going with Sky, but he was in a hotel room with you. Tell me how this shit happened." So she was like, "I'm not too sure how it happened. Everything happened so fast." So she like, "Okay, so that wasn't enough information for you not to have sex with him? You could have been like, you already in a relationship. Why am I going to spread my legs for you?" So she was like, "Because he said it wasn't that serious and that he really wanted to date me. And I think he do. And I really want to date him. Like, I'm giving him a chance, Storm. Like, I'm not going to sit there and push the man out of my life and say, well, I don't think you're going to, like, be a good boyfriend to me." So she like, "Wait a minute, you his girlfriend?" So she was like, "I mean, yes, if I gave him sex, yes, I'm his girlfriend. I'm not going to just give somebody sex that's not my boyfriend. Yeah, I'm his girl." So she like, "Okay, did he say that he was your man?" So she was like, "Okay, and now this is when I ask you, David, am I your girlfriend?" So I'm like, "Yeah, you are my girl. You know you was my girl." She's like, "That's what I told Storm. So I am your girlfriend." I'm like, "Yeah, you my girl." She's like, "Yeah." So Storm was like, really, she wasn't upset the fact that I gave you what you wanted. She was upset at the fact that maybe that's all you wanted. So I was like, "I don't think that's all you wanted." So Storm was like, "Well, how you know that?" Like, I mean, like, the man flew all the way there. Not just, he could not have flew all the way there just to talk to you. I don't buy that. I don't buy that. That's all he came to do was just to talk to you and get to know you. I don't buy that at all. I know that he came there for that specific reason, and you gave him what he wanted. So Storm was like, so not Storm. So Sky was like, well, if I gave him what he wanted, then obviously we both wanted it, because even when I told him that I was ready, he said I wasn't ready, because I told him earlier that I wasn't ready. And then he kept saying, girl, you don't want it, you don't want it. And I kept begging him to take it. And after like a million begs of telling him that I was ready, he finally caved in and had sex with me. So it wasn't really all his fault. And I'm not going to say that he didn't come here to have sex with me. He probably did come to have sex with me. So I also told her about, when you told me to take off my pajama pants and stuff. So Storm was like, so you mean to tell me y'all first phone conversation, he's telling you that he wants you to take your pajama pants off. So that wasn't a sign right there that he wanted to have sex with you. So Scott was like, Storm, every boy want to see a girl in their underwear. I mean, like, boys are always online looking at girls in their bikinis. So, I mean, they don't even got to ask a girl on the phone. They could go on YouTube and look up girls modeling they swimwear and their YouTube videos. It's like, it's not a big issue that he asked me to take off my pajama pants so he can see me in my underwear. Like, I didn't really think anything of it. I mean, like, every boy want to see a girl in their underwear. So, Storm like, yeah, maybe you're right, but I know if it was me, I would not be doing what he want me to do right off top. Like, if I don't know you, if I don't hardly know you, I'm not going to sit there and just give you sex right off the bat if I don't know you. Like, that's not happening. So she's like, I don't understand how you just going to cave in. She was like, I did not cave in. She was like, yes, you did. Because if you was not ready, and then you said you heard something that Selena said, and that made you ready, obviously you caved in. And how the hell you know that he not really serious with that damn girl, Selena? He could be really exclusive with that girl and just, like, using you for sex. So she like, I don't think he's using me for sex, because I'm pretty sure he can get sex from Selena too. And I'm pretty sure that Selena is definitely giving him sex. So Storm like, well, that's no doubt in my mind that she's giving him sex. She probably is giving him sex. But what I'm saying is, like, I mean, I just can't believe that he asked you to take off your pajama pants. So Sky was like, Storm, that is not the big issue here. I have my first boyfriend. So she's like, okay, you got your first boyfriend, and how do your mother feel about this? Did you tell your mother that you lost your virginity? And I told my mom nothing about that. So I was like, Storm, no. And I'm not going to, and you're not going to either. So Storm like, I would never tell your business. I'm just saying, I just can't believe you did it. I just can't believe you did it, girl. So, Sky was like, she was like, I was just sitting on the phone, like, after that, it's like real quiet. And, I remember that, I wanted to call Zendaya up for something. I mean, it was a favor that I wanted her to do for me, but I kind of forgot as I was talking to Storm. So I couldn't really call her up and ask her to do something for me because I forgot what it was. So I didn't call her up. So I was still talking to Storm, and she was just like, she was being like my mother or something like that. I call her, like, sometimes I call her Mama Storm, because she like, always like, like always like fussing me out about something that I did wrong or that she think I did wrong. And I'm not saying that giving you sex is something that I did wrong. It's just that she thinks that it's wrong. So she was like, okay, now how long you think this relationship gonna last before he says that he don't want to be with you anymore, and he's on to the next girl doing the same thing to the next girl? So Scott was like, I think he likes me enough to like be with me for a long time. Like, I think we're gonna be together for a while. So Storm like, and how do you think y'all gonna be together for a long time? Did he tell you that y'all was gonna be together for a long time? Did he say that? Did he hint to that So I was like, he didn't have to hint that we were going to be together for a long time, but I know that we are going to be together for a long time. I just have a feeling. So Storm, like, feelings and results are two different things, girl. Okay, feelings and results. You can have feelings about something, but the results can be totally different. So she's like, I know that, Storm, but I do know that we're going to be together. Like, she was like, well, when do I get to meet this David person? I want to meet him. So she was like, well, we're going out on a movie date June the 13th, like, to see the Superfly movie. So she was like, oh, y'all going to go see that? She's like, I like the movie. Is it any way that I can come? So she's like, what, you want to be a third reel? So she's like, what's wrong with that? She's like, I mean, what if you want to kiss me on a date? Like, what if he what if you want to kiss me and stuff? Like, it's gonna be kind of awkward with you there. She's like, I'm not gonna be worried about what y'all two gonna be doing. I just want to meet him. So she's like, fine, you can come. So she's like, you gotta ask your mother. So she was like, she was like, she put me on hold and she's like going to go ask her mom, can she come with me June the 13th to see the movie Superfly. She didn't say that I was going on a date. She just was like, can I go with Sky Jackson to the movies so we can go see Superfly together? She didn't say nothing about a boy involved or anything. So her mom said, yeah. So all I remember is that her mother wanted to talk to my mother about it, and then I had to put my mother on the phone, and she put her mother on the phone, and they both was talking about it, and they both agreed that we can go see the movie Superfly. So at first, my mother was saying she wanted to go, and I was like, no, Mom, we want to go by ourselves. Can we just go by ourselves, please, Mom? So, I had to beg her because my mother and her mother was about to like go too, and I was like, oh my God, this is going to be a damn mess. It's not going to be at nothing. So we both talked our mothers out of not going. So that was like a relief. So I was like, whew. So that's when Storm was like, all right, so David gonna be there. So I was like, yeah, he gonna be there, but I mean, we don't have to sit together, do we? So Storm was like, I mean, if that's your boyfriend, I can understand if y'all want to be alone or whatever. I mean, like, we can still sit in the same row though, right? So she was like, of course, but I mean, what if you want to do stuff to me? So she was like, what do you mean, sexual stuff? What, like play with your vagina in the movie theater? Stuff like that. So she like, yeah, what if you want to do stuff like that? So she was like, okay, if you want to do stuff like that, then I'm going to be looking at the movie anyway. I'm not going to be worried about what y'all two going to be doing in a movie theater. So she like, okay, well, I already said you can come. And we went through all that with our mother, so it's definitely a date. So she's like, yeah, so I want to see him. I really want to see what made you give your cherry to him the first time you met him. And believe me, girl, I ain't gonna say nothing about it, but I do know that is crazy. It's really crazy. She's like, I mean, I heard about the world coming to the end, girl, but damn. She's like, I mean, goddamn. So she's like, get it in, huh? So I'm like, Storm, stop trying to rob me, girl. It's not my fault that you wasn't there. You don't understand the feeling of it. So Storm was like, okay, you're right. She was like, if you like somebody a lot, you don't understand it. When you there in front of them, it's different. Anybody can say they wouldn't do anything because they not in that predicament. But I do know if you was in that type of situation, I bet you the outcome would be different. You probably be saying the same thing to me. So she like, you probably right. You probably right. So she like, you know what? I gotta go, girl. But oh my God, you gave me some tea this morning. So I'm like, you told her this morning? She's like, yeah, I told her this morning. So she's like, you gave me some tea this morning, girl. I'm gonna be thinking about that all day. She's like, oh my God, girl. She's like, She's like, I still love you, girl. You still my best friend. She's like, I still love you too, Storm. Bye. So she wasn't mad. She just couldn't believe that I did it. So I'm like, so do you regret it? She's like, no, I don't. And is you okay with her coming on our date June the 13th? I'm like, everything, yeah, I mean, that's fine. So she's like, okay. So yeah, we was just talking and talking and talking. But hold on, I gotta go.